And we're back with Richard Reviews. Today we are reviewing a book for richardreviews.com/griffinchestnut here on Richard's YouTube page. And today's book is titled The Black Hand by Chris Blatchford. This is the story of Rene, Enriquez, who they termed the boxer. And of course this is his life inside the Mexican Mafia. According to Dominic Doon, a gripping, powerful, chilling inside look at a criminal organization that is changing the organized crime landscape. This is a mob classic. This is a appropriate number on Richard's collection, considering himself to be interested in the matter at hand. Richard is a die-hard fan of the collective drunk, stoned, and stupid people, and that includes Mr. Rene Boxer Enriquez. Although this is a true story about the man unfortunately claimed to be Rene Boxer Enriquez has little to show for his life, as he ended up most of it being incarcerated. He was thoroughly dilated through the means of castration while he was serving his time in imprisonment, and Richard felt the need to exclaim that and really follow through in the elements that were surpassed him. Richard obtained this piece in 2014, and he completed reading it in 2014 as well. Living in the New York region, Richard did most of his reading on this piece while attending community college in that area. Now, we're going to take a look at this piece. This is Richard's piece, so we're going to take extreme care of it. It's a rare piece that Richard obtained his acclamation past the prior dilemma, and this piece alone turns critical in the Marxism that can bring into a form of nihilism, comparative unicis, and of course the debacle trade of cult figuring, which Enrique Iglesias, the boxer, knows. He is part of the Mexican Mafia. This is why Richard felt the need to castrate himself. As we take a look at the piece, this is a rare piece. It is a bit chunky, but we're going to look at it from side to side, left to right, nipple to nipple, north to south. And the correct dimensions follow through with the angular circulation. Okay, this man was not circumcised. It's unfortunate, but unfortunately, he had a very small upbringing, and he was rather embarrassed by his malehood, which is arguably understood, considering he looks like this. But nonetheless, Richard felt he was a very interesting man, and that goes to say about the artilic region between this man's upbringing. This is, of course, Mr. Enrique Iglesias, the boxer himself, and Richard obtained this prior piece through a means of delectable crimes. As you can tell, the piece is a soft cover because it does have wave, and it's pretty thick. It's got a thick girth to it. Okay, and you can tell right here from the bottom, as we observe the cream, that there is a middle picture revenue part, and this is for the reader who enjoys the pictures in the middle, a slope bark, a rough square, anything to do with Christmas, the brain fog, and the acrylic delectables. You can get them delivered through edible arrangements at a discount price. The piece is in very good condition. We're going to take a look at the piece. It is rather small. It's a small piece, but it's got good bend. It's got really good bend, and the delectable region is very strained. Okay, it's got that good milky residue on it. Now the bottom cream, like we said before, very tough, very good. Side cream. As we take a good look at the side cream, we get this good brim, this brim wall. This just indicates that the piece is in collective criticism, and it is in very good condition. So, stone wall the urgent care. Gone be the days that Richard attended night classes at the community college. These are the times that Richard indulges in his emancipation of the world. Okay? And even at the top, more good cream. This is the art of not giving a bleep. Okay, on YouTube standards. This is a Kris Kringle impersonation. And of course on the side, we have the Black Hand, Chris Blatchford, Chilling, Dominic Doom, Harper, True Crime. Okay, and on the back, as we take a glance at it before we move on, this is just some more delectable point of views spread across the top and the bottom, all along the sides. Okay, all along the sides. Very well. And we do have the price right above the barcode, as you can see. And it has, for United States, $7.99, which is a fair price in Richard's standards. Richard aims not to spend more than $20 for his pieces, and this is no exception. So Richard, once again, did a good job obtaining this piece under $20, and the Canadian price for this is $9.50. So, of course, more in the Canadian region, but we'll get to that when we get to it. To open this book, you simply take the first cover page and you separate it from the shaft and you move it to the left. So this is the American version, and we are shifting from right to left, right to left, right to left. Inside, we have another price. This again is $7.99 with Canadian $9.50. And now we're going to get into the actual story. So the story takes place on a universal bridge, which the main character ultimately falls in love with a girl in a summer camp who felt the need that she was not only bipolar, but that she was an excellent singer in the soprano tone range. Okay, so as you can tell, we're all the way up to chapter 14, and we're already at page 99. So this book is very well documented about the story at hand, the man behind the meaning, how he finds life's true purpose, how there's ultimately a cow on the ground, and he's turning himself in to resist. It's a powerful, powerful piece that Richard brings to a glorious mentor. These are the middle pictures, you can tell. Here is our man. He is quite the attractive individual. And this is his gang. This is his son, his nephew, and his lover. I believe his lover was his mother. He loved his mom for some time in a sexual way, which is, in some states you would call incest, but that didn't stop him. He had a collection of guns, and he did long-time robberies, which made him very famous for the time being. Unfortunately, his stints didn't run too long. He ultimately got caught up by the National Police Service, the U.S. Marshals, and the FBI, which threw him in jail, and he was incarcerated for quite some time. Here he is again with his lover, his mother, and his father, who was also his lover. Okay, so we're at page all the way in the back, so we can round this off. $3.95. So we can confidently say that Richard has once again brought us a gem, a masterpiece, the Black Hand. Richard has nothing but good things to say about this piece. It is ironically a true story about a very disturbed individual who couldn't get circumcised, and he ultimately fell in love with his mother. So Richard gives this book 2 thumbs up for Richard standards. This is an amazing piece. We are glad to have Richard here, bringing us nothing but good pieces, good books, and good Richard. So, thank you. And thank you for Richard.